All right, welcome back, everyone. This is a post-match game here, review, discussion, analysis, whatever you want to call it. My name is Riccardo Cominelli. I'm part of Linners and Wosers, and we had the great opportunity to watch the Northern Colorado Hailstorm FC match against Richmond Kickers. Richmond Kickers coming out on top with the 1-0 win here. Goal from Emiliano Terzaghi in the 32nd minute, finding the net from 40 yards out. What a spectacular goal. But that was just enough to go ahead and get the 3 points away from home from Richmond Kickers. While Northern Colorado Hailstorm FC will have to go ahead and find the next game 3 points in order to go ahead and get into that playoff berth. But guys, a lot of discussion here. I'm glad that you're able to go ahead and join us here on the post-match discussion. So without further ado here, what I'm going to go ahead and do is just share my screen. Okay, so the final score here. Did not go ahead and update it here to show the 1 for the Richmond Kickers. So what I'll just go ahead and do is remove it, just show myself. So let's go ahead and discuss here a little bit of the game here. Looking at the table here, the Richmond Kickers are sitting in second, right behind Greenville Triumph. The Richmond Kickers here, 31 points, just sitting 1 point behind Greenville. Really interesting game from them. They did not dominate here away from home. They just went ahead and capitalized on the one chance that they did have through Emiliano Terzaghi here. He had a few chances here in the first half, 2 of them coming in early, really threatening. And then in the 32nd minute, as I mentioned, that 40-yard screamer was absolutely brilliant here, finding the Northern Colorado Hailstorm FC goalkeeper out of his line. So Hailstorm here sits in 9th place in the USL League One table with 22 points. They are sitting 2 points away from 6th place, which is that playoff spot. Currently, it's Union Omaha sitting there with 24 points, but they have a few game in hand to go ahead and play. So just sitting 2 points away. Having a draw here in the last few minutes would have been exciting for Hailstorm fans, just being 1 point away from that playoff berth. But again, looks like we'll just have to go ahead here and find that 3 points another game. So looking at the game, I mentioned Hailstorm FC had that aggression, that momentum going into the second half. They continued to dominate by holding on to possession and finding opportunities through Trevor Amon and bringing on more attacking players. Lachlan McLean coming on, Shane McFall coming on to go ahead and bolster a little bit of the attack. We saw the end of Wolfgang Prentice's debut with Lachlan McLean coming on. What are your thoughts here on his debut? Not super threatening here. There was a very close chance in the second half to put his name on the debut and getting an assist here when he played a nice ball into the box with no one being at the end of that. That's unfortunate. But there's still a little promise here, a lot of the season to go ahead and develop as part of this program going forward. But have you guys noticed that Northern Colorado, at least today, was super dependent on the right-hand side, at least finding Arthur Rogers in space and allowing him to play those balls into the box. Nothing wrong with that. He's currently second in the league with the assists. He holds 6 assists. I'm sure he was trying to bag a few more tonight. He served a lot of our forwards, and especially Trevor Amon, great opportunities to go ahead and capitalize. That just did not happen, which is very unlucky. That's the word I'm going to go ahead and use for Trevor Amon tonight. Very unlucky. He got himself in great position, great opportunities. His connection with the ball was just there. It was 95% great. That 5% was what took it, just hitting the post or skimming just far wide. Unlucky. He had more chances in the second half. He hit the post again. He was able to go ahead and find space in the box and laying off low shot, saved by Fitzgerald, who played absolutely phenomenal here, keeping that clean sheet, making great saves, getting the yellow card for time wasting. Couldn't blame him there. That pressure towards the last 10 minutes, Hailstorm was really knocking, getting a lot of set pieces from different parts of the field, opportunities for Rogers to play those balls in, and a lot of the opportunities did come in, and unfortunately, it just wasn't there. Some key positive takeaways I just want to go ahead and take away from this is that Hailstorm looked really dominant in holding possession. With that, they created some really exciting chances and were able to spread the field and get some balls in to their very aggressive forwards and attackers. Evan Parra today, a little quiet, but Trevor Amon spoke a little bit loud, put himself in great position, just wasn't able to go ahead and finish. Secondly, with that dominance in possession, not that we looked defensively poor. Those chances that Richmond Kickers had came pretty sporadic, and although they were sporadic, they caught us off guard. So that's why they looked a little bit more threatening. I mean, they scored from 40 yards out. I don't think they had many more opportunities. Another one in the second half, a shot deflected with our goalkeeper making the save at the near post, safe and sound, getting that corner kick. So nothing too crazy there. And with the momentum in the first 10 minutes being really strong and in the last 10 minutes being really strong, the third key takeaway, really positive here, is that Hailstorm really has that aggression and that mentality to go out there and get it done. It's just, again, the word I'm going to use tonight is very unlucky. They did not look poor. It's just that final touch, that last touch to go ahead and score was just deflected or hit the post or just barely went wide. And that's very unfortunate. And it continued to build on that frustration. You saw a little bit of that frustration with our guys up top. Frustration led to some fouls here, some chippy, aggressive, nothing that you want to go ahead and see, but nothing too dangerous. Hopefully they can go ahead and use some of that frustration, some of that head down to go ahead and pick themselves up and work really hard these next few days in trainings and then come out next fixture here, getting the 3 points. Again, Northern Colorado Hailstorm FC, a playoff opportunity, the playoff chances are still there. You're not out of the picture. This is just taking a little bit longer than anticipated to go ahead and put yourselves in that position. Looking at who is in there right now, Greenfield Triumph, Richmond Kickers, who you guys hosting them did really good. We're able to go ahead and dominate possession and show that you guys were more aggressive on the attack. South Georgia Tormenta, pretty good team. Charlotte Independence, we're able to go ahead and beat at home at Canvas Stadium. It's actually where I got this very nice hat here over at the Canvas Stadium. Thank you to the Northern Colorado Hailstorm FC merchandise team. And then Forward Madison and Union Omaha, two teams that I really, really like in USL League One. Union Omaha having some games in hand to go ahead and actually catch up to the rest of the table. I feel like that is one team that right now the league table is not properly depicting. So give them some time to go ahead and actually put themselves where they belong. Definitely in the top 6. And I think Northern Colorado Hailstorm FC, if they want to go ahead and put themselves as one of the teams in the top 6 in that playoffs, I think they're heading in the right direction. Their progression as well. They're able to go ahead and dominate, hold ball, move up in the attack, finding opportunities to our forwards, being able to serve and stretch the field wide, give chances to players like Wolfgang Prentice, Arthur Rogers to get those balls in. It just needs some more finishing practice at practice. So, and we'll see that. Then we wanted to go ahead and have Iman Zayed back on the podcast here right before the playoffs to go ahead and discuss here what that looks like going forward. So a lot of exciting thing. I want to go ahead and give a shout out here to the Storm Chasers, able to go ahead and give live tweet updates throughout the game. Great time over at Severance High School. It looked like everyone was having a blast. When I was watching it on TV, I could really hear those Let's Go a Hailstorm chants. That was really enjoyable. So we'll go ahead and catch you guys at the next Hailstorm FC post-match discussion. Over this weekend, you guys can catch me at the Colorado Rapids, but that will be a different discussion. Looking forward here, ending it with what Northern Colorado has up ahead. Fixtures-wise, having just lost to Richmond Kickers 1-0, Northern Colorado Hailstorm FC is hosting the South Georgia Tormenta, where we just spoke, another team in the top 6. Really need to go ahead and show that we have that dominance that we had tonight, but this time that clinical, that lethal finishing that we didn't have tonight to show that we are a team capable of competing against the other playoff teams. That match will be this Saturday, August 6th here, kickoff at 7 p.m. over at Severance High School in Severance, Colorado. Again, everyone, my name is Riccardo Cominelli. I am with Linners and Wosers. It was a great pleasure doing this post-match analysis and discussion, even the halftime analysis and discussion with my friends over at Storm Chasers Supporters Group. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed the finest footy news, and I'll catch you at the next one.